Hello everyone, I think we are live here. I thought we'd do another Facebook live session because I think I've actually worked out how to use Facebook Live, showing myself as well as showing the iPad. So I hope you can see me. Yesterday we spoke about how to move beyond choice making using Visuals2Go. So today I thought we'd talk about the use of visuals, because Visuals2Go is really about how to utilize visuals for communication and for learning, and also for managing behavior and regulating. So please feel free if you want support in the use of Visuals2Go, or if you have any comments about it, and also if you have any topics that you want me to talk about. So I'll be glad to help. I'm actually just really getting familiar with Facebook Live now, and it's good. Actually, it's really good. It's live. It's and it just helps to engage with you. So please, I'm sharing my whole screen here because I think this is the only way that I can show myself as well as sharing the iPad. So you might see different windows as I open it. So I do have, when I open this, this is kind of my tool page. So here I'll be able to see comments, the number of viewers. So far I don't have any viewers right now, but I'm sure you'd be able to see me when it comes up. So let me know in the chat box if you are online. Please write in there and I'll be able to see your comments, and I'll try to address any questions that you may have. So what I'm going to do is now, actually before I show you the iPad, we are talking about visuals. So if you do use visuals at home with your child, or with your students, or clients, if you're a therapist, please comment in the chat box below and tell us, how you're going with the use of visuals. So one thing great about Visuals2Go is that there are actually a lot of different ways you can use it to support visual learning and visual communication, which I would love to show you. If you are a teacher like myself, I'm sure you'd be using a lot of visuals in your classroom. Okay, visuals are for anyone, okay, even for children right through to adults, but it's particularly important for people who have a disability, so people who struggle to communicate, and for people who are in the autism spectrum. So Visuals2Go is a great tool to actually help support the use of visuals. One thing great about Visuals2Go is you can actually print off all your visuals on a range of different templates, and you keep all your visuals in the one place. I know there are actually a lot of programs that just sell you the visuals. Okay, so they just sell you the visuals. They might sell you a program to create visuals and print them off as well, and they actually cost more, I believe, than the Visuals2Go app itself. Whereas Visuals2Go actually allows you not just to print visuals, but it's actually a full communication system that you can use with your students, if you're a teacher again, or your child. So I'm going to get straight into it. Opening my app. So I am going to share my screen. I'm so happy that I could figure out how to do this. So hopefully this would connect my app. Aha, so there you go. So you can probably see me on the side here. I'll probably just put it on the side over here. So let's just go straight to how we can use visuals on the app. So one of the things that we have implemented in this app is the ability to find your visuals very quickly. So that could be just a quick visual prompt. Okay, so sometimes if you're working with your child and you just need a visual prompt to show them what you want them to do or what you're expecting of them. So all you got to do is swipe down onto the screen and it'll bring out the search bar. And here you can just type in very quickly. So it might be time for toilet. And you just go toilet. And it brings up the visual very quickly. If you have it on your phone, we all carry our phone these days. So just know that Visuals2Go supports the use of it on the phone. So normally what I do is I carry Visuals2Go on my app and I'll just search for it and just show them, because I know some people might have a lanyard, that you wear around your neck or something, or on your waist. That is great, and you can even print off the visuals directly from Visuals2Go and create those lanyards that you can carry around everywhere you go. But I know that there are just sometimes, actually not sometimes, mostly all the time, that the visual that you want, you just cannot find. And it takes time looking through the visuals, and then you lose the moment already. Okay, sometimes you just need something very quick. So Visuals2Go helps you to bring up the visual very quickly. So you can search for absolutely, anything from it. Not anything, some images are not there, but you will have to create it. But it's got quite a number of thousands of images already in here. So some things you might say, all right, it's time to go, for instance, time to go to school. School. Very simple. Okay, so anything, it's time to brush your teeth. Okay. Brush teeth. So see how quickly it is to bring up that visual for visual prompt. And so that's visuals for visual prompts. The next one I'm going to show you is using visuals, let me see, for choice making. I think I've shown, if you don't know how to use choice making, it's very simple, using visuals for choice making. Feelings. So you can easily go, all right, how do you feel today? Do you feel happy or sad? Very quick choice. Happy. Okay. So that's visuals for choice making. You might want to use visuals for a visual schedule. Okay, so you can actually do that on the app. I usually use the sentence bar for this. And one thing that you can do is if you go to members, if you are a subscriber, you can download the visual timetable app, I think it's called. So the visual schedule, visual timetable. So if you add that to your home page, which should come up, I think you may be here. Visual timetable. So you'd be able to use this now for your schedule. So what I like to do when I start a schedule with my clients or students, I always like to do it with them, because we can negotiate. Okay, especially if you have a child with a bit of behavior issues and they just want to do this thing, I always let them communicate to me first, okay, what they want to do. I do that with my daughter. Okay, so when my daughter goes to me, oh, I want to, I don't know, what does she want to do? I want to read a book, for instance, or the common one, I want to watch TV. So I might say, all right, reading. Okay, you want to read a book. All right, we can do that. I tell them, but first, hey, you know what? Before we read a book, I I need you to brush your teeth. Okay, so I might do that for a
Brush
daughter.
teeth.
And I go, okay, brush your teeth first.
Brush teeth.
And then we'll read a book.
Reading.
Okay, so here you can really negotiate your schedule, and
Visual
that gives
timetable.
them a voice. Okay, so a lot of the times we kind of make a schedule for them and we expect them to follow it. But I think, you know, when you create a schedule with them, it gives them a bit of ownership of the schedule. So it gives them a voice and gives them a choice. So I always like to do that with them. But, you know, we negotiate. So I would tell them what I want them to do, and we negotiate that, and we make an agreement. So we might do puzzle. Maths. So just know that if you hold down the button, you can always reorder it. Okay, so reorder it to the order that you want them to follow. And once an activity is finished, I just double tap on it. So brushing teeth.
Brush teeth.
Is finished. Okay, and it's time for puzzle. And then we expect them to follow it. One of the things that what I do is when you press the play button,
puzzle, reading, maths,
it actually saves the whole schedule for you in the recently used tab. So if I tap on the clock button on the sentence bar there, I've got a mouse, so good. So hopefully you can see my mouse. Oh, just hold on a minute. Just give me some announcements, alerts. So here, if I tap on these 3 lines here, it will bring you to the recently used recently used cards for your schedule. So you don't have to keep tapping it all the time. So always save the schedule, and if they delete it, they might say, no, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, and start tapping it all off. You can bring it back. So that's a tip for you if you're using Visuals2Go for schedule. Hopefully that is helpful for you. I'm just going to quickly check my chat to see if there are any comments so far. Okay, so no. Okay, that's okay. So I think now, let me see what we're going to go through is Visuals2Go to build vocabulary. One of the things that I love to do to build vocabulary is actually printing them and create some sort of game. I usually do like a bingo game. So what I do here is, for instance, if I want them to learn specific vocabulary, let me just see. I'm just going to go to maybe food and drink, for instance.
Food and drink.
If I just select the vocabulary that I want them to learn, select the options bar here, and then move to create choice board from 4 cards. Now here, I can tap on the print icon at the top here, and then I add a header. So I might call this meal time. Done. And then when I press print again, you can send it straight to your printer if you have a Wi-Fi compatible printer, or you send to your email, and then you open the email on your computer that is attached to the printer. So I'm just going to show you via AirPrint. As you can see here, it will create a choice board, not a choice board, like a bingo board kind of thing here, but also choice board. You can use it for choice making, and it creates a header. So what you can do is print off 2 copies of this and cut out the cards on 1 copy, and then you have a bingo game. So here you can really make it fun, extend on their vocabulary, and this you can do it for a range of things, like creating a who bingo game, so they learn all the names of, you know, family members or friends, for instance, and just make a bingo game to build on their vocabulary. So I hope that is helpful. This is helpful for me. I'll just go back to here. One thing that I have used for also if you're doing reading, especially phonics for instance, I've used it to create bingo boards for phonics, you know, so that's really good, phonics sounds and digraphs and whatnot. So I could show you here. I think I need to go back to my other version, this here. So if I go to literacy, so this was created for a client. Then what I did is I created a bingo board out of the letter blends, and I just selected about 8 of them and create choice board, and I call it blends, letter blends. Click on print. Okay, so now you have a letter blends bingo board. Again, print 2 of them, cut one out, cut the cards out, and then have a bingo game for to read the letter blends or digraphs and whatnot. So it's really handy if you're teaching reading, spelling. You can do it for words even, just create words and print them straight off. So this is a really handy tool that I use in my sessions. Let me go back to this one here. What else can I show you? Even just the printing, maybe the printing templates. I want to show you that. I might just go to what we wear maybe, and I'm gonna select some things. Add to printing template, go to printing. So here you can see a whole range of different templates that you can print straight off. So 2x3, this is basically, it's going by 2 cards by 3 cards, so you get 6 of them. And that is a great one if you're creating a visual timetable and you need really big cards, fairly big cards, you can use that. The 1x1, this is a really good size if you're printing off social stories. That's another thing you can use with Visuals2Go is to create your social stories that you can read directly on the app, but you also can print them off and create a little booklet. And I've actually created a story with my daughter, and I created a story with her, which was really nice to do actually, because she would actually tell me what she wanted me to write, and then I just write a very quick thing on it. And I gave that book actually to the childcare, and you know, she loved the childcare, loved it, and Sarah loved sharing like her trip away. So that's really nice, handy tool to create a story and print them off as a little visual story book. And I'll show you like maybe a sample story that you can use. These are stories that's already in there, but you can use it, you know, create your own. It becomes more personal. I might create like
while I brush my teeth.
So while I brush my teeth, I can just select them and add to printing. And then as you can see, you can print off each page. Just swipe across and you'll see each page. And when you click on the printer, you'll see that it prints off every card in a large size. So that's very helpful. I like to print off my books because it's hands-on. You know, I don't want, you know, try to limit screen time. You know, even though iPad's a great tool for communication and learning, you know, it's also we want to limit the screen time. Hence, you know, printing off the bingo boards, printing off visuals, just to make choices even on one page. Yeah, and printing off your stories is just a great way to get off the iPad and actually do hands-on learning. Yeah, so I'm going to go now straight back to, what was I? The printing. So yes, so there's 3x4 cards, 4x5, so it gets smaller and smaller. Some of these printing templates, you do need to activate it. So they need to be activated via the members. So members, if you go to printing templates, you can activate them all here. I've already activated them, that's why they're all actually says in the library already. So there's a shopping list. This is a great one if you're going out to the community. You can create your shopping list and basically check them off, print the page off and check off what you have bought. Now a lot of people actually use this for their visual timetable, and they just make their visual timetable and then they just check it off of what they've done. So just remember, if you double tap, it actually removes the cards that you don't want. So the visuals you don't want, you double tap. And if you want to make a copy of something, you just tap on it once. So tap once, you make a copy of it. So that's very simple. There's a reward chart. So that's just 2 stars, you get 1 reward. Again, double tap, you can choose the image that they're working for. So 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. There's a flashcard. This is a great one to play a memory game. So you print these off. Again, you can print off all the ones that you've added to the app. So this just gives you the word on one side and the picture and the word on the other side. So all you got to do, as you can see, you use the scissors and you cut them off in the middle and you fold this in half and laminate it. Okay, that becomes a flashcard with the word at the back. So I just thought, what better way to learn vocabulary than vocabulary that they're communicating? Okay, because sometimes I see teachers, teaching them all this vocabulary that they never really use to communicate. Okay, so what better way it is to learn vocabulary based on words that they are communicating already using the communication app. So if Lego's a motivator, why not teach the word Lego, for instance? Okay, so fold the back, play a memory game where you have the word on, of learning the word on one side, and when they flip it over, they see the Lego picture, and they're just got to match the word to the word, and that way they actually learn to read as well. So we love to support reading using Visuals2Go, because I believe it's, if you know how to read, you know how to type, it just makes communication on any device simpler. Okay, so it's really difficult to navigate through any communication system, whether it's Visuals2Go or you're using any other app or device. If you know how to type and spell, it makes communication a whole lot easier. Okay, and that's literacy. So sorry, we want to extend on the literacy skills. So do utilize these tools that are to enhance on their reading and spelling ability. So there's a flashcard with just the picture, if you want to do that as well, and just cut them off and play a memory game with a blank back. Okay, so you can do that. This is a really great printing reading template. I use this a lot for my kids who are in the spectrum. I've seen a lot of children, to be honest, they've been learning phonics all their life in school, and when they leave school, they don't know how to read anything but their own name. Okay, so in a way, it is sad, because I have worked with those children before, and I know that they can learn to read if a visual approach was used. probably in addition to phonics. Okay, so, and it's going to be motivating. So if you are teaching your child how to read, start with things that are motivating. Like if they know that if I could read this and it's based on things that I like, it's much more likely that they'll learn how to retain those words. Okay, so as you can see here, there is a script here already. Okay, so the steps to teach reading. So these are the script here, and these are the words here. So what I would do, once you print them off, you cut those words out, and then you go by this script, and they can start with matching and finding. So you can say find the word Lego, and they find the word Lego and they match it onto the word Lego. So this is a simple matching exercise that you can do. So you can do it for all the words that you've added to the printing template. And once they've mastered it, that they can match the word to the word, you move on to comprehension. So now can they match? Let's do another script to match the word to the picture. Okay, so you can keep unscrambling that and match the word to the picture. So that is a really great tool if you want to teach them how to read words by a visual approach. Okay, so there are so many ways you can teach literacy actually using Visuals2Go. Another way you can use Visuals2Go is simply via this sentence bar. Okay, so let's just say if they liked cake, for instance. So if they realize, if they tap the letter C, they'd be able to find cake, and then they get cake. They've already learned that that C represents cake. Yes, so, and then imagine later on, you go CA, and CA makes the cake even closer. Okay, and then later on you go CAK, and then it brings even fewer options. Okay, so that makes a child understand that if I type certain letters, I can actually bring out a visual of what I want. Okay, so that becomes motivating. Typing becomes motivating. Yeah, so reading becomes motivating. So that is a really great tool that you can use. So if I tap in CAKE, it will bring out only the cake words. As you can see here, there's actually a Auslan symbol. Okay, so cake. We are supporting the use of Auslan now because I highly value Auslan. I use Auslan with my clients along with Visuals2Go, along with verbal communication. So I have students who use a whole range of things. So we use total communication. I value total communication because it's their voice, and if they want to communicate with you using Visuals2Go, or if they want to sign, if they want to use verbal, but they may not articulate cake very well, but they may try and go k. Okay, so Visuals2Go supports multimodal communication. Okay, so not just the app, but different ways to communicate as well. So we've done heaps of Auslan symbols already on it, and our thing is constantly growing in our sign language. And I know currently we're only supporting Auslan, but we are going to develop it for ASL as well, for American Sign Language, or later on we might even do it for other countries as well. But as everything takes time. Okay, so we are starting with Auslan, but hopefully we will grow and create other sign language symbols from other countries as well. So that's very exciting. You can download Auslan symbols from here. So we've got numbers already, we've got people, feelings, and we've actually done a whole heap. It's in the library, and it's just constantly growing, and we'll be adding a lot more to it. So anyway, hopefully this is actually helpful for you. Please comment again below if you're finding this helpful, this presentation helpful. Let me just see my stats. So I got no comments yet, but I got one viewer. Woohoo! This is Australian time, okay? So I know a lot of people in other countries may be actually sleeping right now. So sorry. I'll try to set my times next time around, you know, times maybe early morning. I think if I do it early morning, I'll probably have more people to view this live session. All right. What else do I want to show you? Oh, yes. One of the important things of why Visuals2Go is actually so important, actually, if you have a child who actually uses a communication folder and they've got all their visuals in their folder, you probably know that visuals go missing very quickly and you don't even know which visual is actually missing. And one of the things that we really try not to let happen is for the voice to be lost. Okay, so do know that if a visual goes missing in those communication folders, they basically lost their word. Yeah, and if they lost their word, then just imagine how frustrating it is when they're trying to find it. Yeah, so I know that. Yeah, so I know that some students, some people, you know, rely on the use on the visual books. Okay, so maybe iPad is not ideal for them. Okay, but if they rely on the visual books, Visuals2Go, using Visuals2Go to create all your visuals and then using it to print them off for your communication folder is such a useful tool so that their voice is never lost. Okay, so why? Because you know what's missing. Okay, so if they have toys and they're missing visuals from their folder, you know exactly what's missing because you can see it's like a replica of their communication folder. Okay, and you just simply print them off. Okay, so you can say, all right, looks like he's missing the horse, the Robin Hood, the Play-Doh. Okay, I'm gonna print them off straight from the app in the size, the same size that's based on the communication folder. And then you create it and put it back into the books. Okay, so how much better is that? Okay, when you have everything in the one place. And later on, you know, if they move away from the communication folder, they've already got Visuals2Go app to communicate from. It's just just a much easier transition from the communication folder to a higher tech communication system. I hope that helps. Okay, so please feel free again to write comments about it if this is helping, and if you have used it this way for to create the communication folders. I think that's about it for me on the use of visuals. I'm sure there's so much more to it that I probably missed. But I might just show you one last thing, maybe, if I have it here. No, maybe I don't. But again, visuals can be used for anything. A recipe, you know, I've done it for a recipe, in your recipe, what do you call it, following a recipe. So you can create an album of your recipes, maybe a recipe for making Play-Doh or making a smoothie. I've done that before. You can, create that, and then you can, I wish I have it here. Do I have it here? Maybe I don't have it here, do I? No. But you can create your recipe and have an ingredients album, so they can ask, you know, you can look at what ingredients that we need, and then you can reorder the visual on here of what steps that they need to take, for instance. So visuals can be used for so many reasons, and it's so helpful for their learning, for their communication, and Visuals2Go allows them to do that. And I think that's it about visuals. Let me see if I have any comments so far. Okay, no comments so far. I really hope this is actually streaming properly, actually, because I don't really have any way to tell. But if it is, that'll be great. So hopefully everything's working fine and you can rewatch this live session. I do want to share with you that of Visuals2Go version 2, okay, that is super exciting. Visuals2Go version 2 is on the development, okay. It's gonna be even more advanced than Visuals2Go version 1, and for so many reasons, including an advanced core word feature, so which would allow you to build their core words directly in the communication. I will share more once it actually goes into at a later stage. Okay, but at the moment we're actually trying to crowdfund for its development, because it actually is quite costly. So we actually do have a group that we set up. So I will put a link to the group in the comment. So if you do join the group, I think it's called Visuals2Go version 2 something, I can't remember the name. But if you join the group, we are having a draw where you can win a lifetime subscription of Visuals2Go version 1, so which is that app that I have shown you, plus the Visuals2Go version 2 as well. Okay, so join that group. I reckon we will be drawing the winner from the group within 2 weeks, okay, because our crowdfunding campaign is about to start. Okay, we're going to crowdfund it. We're offering actually some perks. Okay, so perks, what that means is you pay an amount and you will get to have a lifetime subscription of Visuals2Go version 1 and a lifetime subscription of Visuals2Go version 2 for a one-off price. Okay, so that is super exciting, because do know that we are not offering lifetime subscriptions for Visuals2Go version 2 when it is out. Okay, so that is very exclusive to this crowdfunding campaign. Okay, because we just want to help you, as well as we want you, the supporters of Visuals2Go, the initial supporters of Visuals2Go, to be blessed with this new version. Okay, so do join that group. I will put it in the link below. I think that's about it. If you have any topics that you want me to cover on these Facebook Live training sessions, I will try to do one probably once every week, if not 2 weeks, and just really help to support you in making the most out of Visuals2Go, and to help answer any questions that you may have. So please feel free to ask what topic you would like me to present and train. Okay, so I might just unshare this screen here, so I'll show my face. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I know a lot of you will be watching the replay of this, but it doesn't matter, because I'll still get your comments and feedback when you do watch it. So yeah, thank you. Greetings from Australia. I hope you're doing well, and I'll be trying to do a lot more of these if you like it. If you like this support and this personal training, do let me know in the comment below. Okay, all right, have a great day. Bye for now. End.